to the picks and bans. Here we go, guys. Okay, here we go. Again, blue team is Vanguard, please carry. Purple team is Rich Kids, and the ban's already coming through. We got a Rumble, we got a Zed, and we got a LeBlanc. So they're scared of the Rumble they saw in the last game out of, I believe it was Heavy Rainbow. I could be wrong on that. And meanwhile, they decide to ban Volibear, Sejuani, and Hecarim. Pretty much all jungle champs, even though Hecarim is considered more of a top laner now. Volibear was jungled by Lord Abel in the first game, and he did a very good job with Volibear. So already he's made his presence known on the stream. Not pleased. Shimmy NA was Rumble. Sorry, my bad. My bad. It's a lot of stuff to remember, Chastity. I apologize. But yeah. So anyway, basically he's already made it known though that he's not happy with the Volibear ban. But we'll see what he picks up here in just a second. Hello, Hot Cheese. See what Golems and Lord Abel the 13th will pick up for their team, as they've already picked up an Ahri, a good playmaker in the mid lane. Definitely like the capability of Ahri being able to 1v1 pretty much any mid laner, and also the chance that she can get down to other lanes and help gank and stuff like that, push down turrets just fine as well with her Orb of Deception pushing power. So I agree, it is interesting to get them Ahri over Hecarim. I don't know if their top laner is a solid Hecarim player or not. I'm not sure if that was a targeted ban or if that was just something they might be scared of. They did play Hecarim in the last game, so that might be why they did it. He wasn't he was a good Hecarim, but I don't know if it was game-changing, and Ahri's definitely a very strong mid laner right now. So pretty fast picks coming out from the side of Rich Kids right here. After the Golems, or after Golems picked up a Amumu, you're definitely going to see him in the jungle. And Aurelia being picked up, so they got their top laner now, and their jungler, and their mid laner. Let's see what they do for their ADC/support role right here. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got Shimmy NA on the Annie. Not sure if he's going to take that top or not. We're going to have to wait and see. It looks like he might, because they also have a Lissandra. But Lissandra could definitely go top. They also have a Mundo, so this is actually kind of a strange team comp. Gragas, I've seen Gragas' support. I've seen stuff like that. Shimmy NA could maybe take Gragas up top. Maybe he's going to take Mundo up top. I'm actually really curious how they're going to swap everything around here. So Rich Kids keeping it interesting on the picks and bans phase. Yes, I can do that. Sorry, J-Touch. You're actually the first person to suggest that. I mean, I think I have a pretty face, but we can definitely do that for you. Hang on. There it is. Okay. All right. We're gonna make that that's about as well. We can make it a little bit bigger. Hang on. We're gonna pop this up here. Put that down there. Got a little smaller. Got a little bit bigger. Perfect. That should be good, guys. And we're gonna switch over to another screen here in just a second, guys. So it's not gonna stay like this. But anyway, so we do have the Graves being picked up by Blind F2 and Servers, the new addition to their team, picking up Thresh. So pretty solid bot lane composition by Vanguard, please carry. And here we go. Here come the swaps coming through here. Looks like Mundo is gonna go top lane. It's gonna be an Annie support, Lissandra in the mid lane, and they also picked up a Jinx. So, and also Gragas in the jungle. So this is very interesting. You've seen a lot of curious, and I mean, I like the champs they're picking, if they can make it work. Mundo obviously needs some time to get tanky enough, but if he gets that time, then he will be a real threat to the opposing team. And rightfully so, Fizzo opposing him, taking the Ignite to deal with the healing power of the Mundo, if they happen to get in an engage. Other than that, though, I'm curious to see. I mean, I like the Lissandra pick against Ahri once they get to level 6, because Ahri can come Fox or Spirit, what's it called? Spirit Dash or something like that, whatever ult's called, where she, dashes around, and if Lissandra can just lock her down, which her ult would do, then she can pretty much do some damage. But then you see Ahri barely getting, or Golems on Ahri taking cleanse at the very last second there. He switched it. So that's actually going to be a huge bonus against Chronic Soldier. Jinx doesn't have TP anymore, so thankfully you got rid of that. Again, it's Vanguard, please carry as the blue team, and the purple team is Rich Kidz. I've said that a couple times, but switch to heal on Jinx too. So I mean, there was a couple summoner spells that got swapped around at the last second there. The biggest one though, and there's a flash now instead of ignite on Fizzo. So never mind on the ignite. Actually, they have no ignites on their team, which means that they don't have an easy way to stop Mundo's ultimate from healing him pretty much full health once he gets the Spirit Visage. It's curious that none of them actually did take ignite for that reason alone. And also, I mean, we'll have to wait and see if that, comes into play. But I like some of what the displacement, so they have some lockdown, they have stuns on the side of Rich Kidz. And obviously, Amumu does provide a lot of stuns for being just the jungler, and they can add to that with Thresh. And there's a charm from Ahri. So, I mean, they have their fair share of stuns and lockdowns as well. And really also with the Equilibrium Strike. So, but yeah, to be honest, I don't know who's going to win this game. I have not been great at picking games so far in this tournament. So, yeah, no, if Mudo gets tanky enough, yeah, I believe that is Hyesha, I hope I'm saying your name right. That's a very good point. There's no good easy shred champion that can kill Mundo late game. I mean, Imbrilia should be okay early to mid game, but once it hits that late game, and if Mundo's still in the game and is kept up well in CS and items, then he should be tough to kill. So I might have Yasha. Okay. So all right, we're gonna switch to the other screen now, guys. So you don't have to see my ugly mug anymore. Assidious on Epic Loot. All right, there we go. Unbiased opinion, Vanguard will win. All right, so there it is. There's the unbiased opinion from Nighthawk. Fucking Xfield ate too much Chipotle. Well, we'll see what happens there. Again, the sub for their team is Servers, which is the support. It's kind of a key member to lose, your support player. It's nice to have that kind of familiarity between your ADC and your support in game, and they may not have that right here. And it's gonna maybe come back and bite them in the ass with the Jinx and Annie against them. Such kind of like that's a pretty full-on damage bottom lane comp from Rich Kidz. So all right, here we go. We're gonna load in. Shh. And again. Oh. We're gonna wait for the program to respond. If it doesn't, then I'll just jump in, or I'll relog, and we'll go in from there. And there it is right there. No big deal. The new background from Riot came out on the patch. Looks absolutely lovely, Riot. Took you that long to come up with a background like that, but I suppose you got it right. Alrighty. So, once again, we will be doing a RP giveaway. Vanguard Please Carry is Rayman's team, that is correct. We'll be doing an RP giveaway at the end of the night, and I would appreciate if we got to 75 viewers. If we got to 75 viewers, we'll do it obviously sooner than that, but, whatever happens, happens. So. Rayman is Fizzo. Rayman cannot use his summoners, or he cannot use his own account because his account got banned, much like Krebcakes did. So he had to use his other account under the name Fizzo. Again, this should be a very good game. There is a lot of peel for both ADCs. Ahri's going to be harder to stick onto, but they do have some sort of lockdown. But again, that's what picking Cleanse is for. That's a pretty nice pickup of a summoner spell. That actually, I think that'll be kind of the X factor of this game, is if Ahri can use the Cleanse at the right time to get out of either the Annie Flash Tibbers stun or the Lysandra Ice Tomb at the right time, could be really, really, really good for their team. And you could be right about that, Looping Poops. I mean, Gragas, sometimes doesn't have that huge effect in the game, and neither does Mundo. It depends on how far behind they make him in the game, as if they come and get ganks on him and such. But I feel like since they picked him, that they feel pretty confident in what they can do with these champions. I'm gonna defer to their judgment on this one. If Vayne team wins again, what happens to the Rise skins? Well, the Rise skins go to the winner of the entire tournament, and this game will not decide who wins the entire tournament. So, also, for those of you new to the stream tonight, there is a link to the Facebook page of Tournament Mediocrity down below. If you want to join that group, you're more than welcome to. We have updates on there and stuff like that. I'll tell you when YouTube videos get done for the tournaments and other things along that line of posting. So if you're curious and you want to join or read more about the Tournament Mediocrity, then please go down, click on the link, join the group. Be awesome. You know, more people, the better it is. And see, that's the curious thing too. I'm pretty sure. No, wait, did they pick Mundo first? No, Aurelia did get picked first, so we picked Mundo into Aurelia. So that's, I'm in the tournament, so I know it doesn't end with this game, seeing as that they won the last 2 tournaments. What happens to the skins if they win this one? No, they did not win the last 2 tournaments. They definitely... Yeah, so they definitely... the winners of the last 2 tournaments was Midheck Please Carry, not Vanguard Please Carry. Vanguard Please Carry has not won any of these tournaments yet, so none of them have the skins. Oh man, see, Nat's already pumped about next week. Alright, so hopefully we'll get into the game here in just a minute, or a moment, I should say. Hopefully it won't take as long as a minute. And again, after these 2 games tonight, we will not have any games tomorrow. We will set up to do games all of next week. And, you know, after that, the tournament will be over. So please, yeah, come back every night that we're streaming next week. It'll be Monday through Thursday. It'd be greatly appreciated to see you all continue to come back and show support for your favorite teams. It's always more fun when there's more people involved, that's right. So, when's the next tournament? The next tournament, Mediocrity, I do not know yet. I actually have an idea in the works. It's going to take a lot of planning, which I wouldn't mind talking to you, all you guys, about if you're interested. The last game is on the 16th, that's true. But, which I wouldn't mind talking to you guys about in the future. But, and there's a good chance it won't even happen. But, I'm willing to maybe give it a shot. Alright, so here we go. Finally, the first game is ready to go. And the champions will be hopping onto the pedestal right there. The game is actually paused. Not exactly sure why. Hang on. Shimmy NA DC'd. That is why we have a pause. So we finally get in the game, and now all of a sudden we're paused. It's okay. It's okay, Whoopashiget. It's more official now. Alright. People like him keep me from reaching Challenger. Okay, so Shimmy NA, hopefully we'll jump right back into this game. Okay, so it looks like Thresh also DC'd, so there was more than one DC, and there's a lot of bad weather out there right now and all across the United States, so hopefully they're in a place that's not being plagued by that bad weather. Sucks though that we kind of had to wait 21 to 20. Hey, yeah, I'm seeing that too. We're not really jumping up in viewers. In the words of Hot Cheese, whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Maybe the best casting of games that I've seen last night. Hot Cheese, anything something good would happen. Whoa! Waiting just to wait. Alright, so hopefully he'll jump right back in momentarily. We've already been waiting a good solid amount of time. The good news out of this is the team trying to think, epic loot that was waited. That had to probably start a little bit later than usual because they were waiting on a team member of their own. Won't even have to wait now because this game should last for quite some time on top of, you know, the break after this game. So, wow, whoa. Asha, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it, good sir. Oh, thank you, Nighthawk. Actually, I have 3 channels hosted me: Raskians, Ninny Eve, and Nighthawks. What can I say? Thank you so much. Oh, looks like that thing gets cut off whenever I get followed. That's such a sad, sad moment right there. Actually, I didn't test it because I didn't think it needed to be tested. He is no son of CA. That's right. Number 300. That is. I mean, if it is number 300, then that is. Then hell yeah. Oh my. Oh, thank you, VGpC. There it is. There's the reconnect. We should be just going into the game here in a minute. Does that make me a Spartan? Possibly. Quite possibly. Actually, it is follower number 302. So, sorry, Hayasha, you are not follower 300. You're close, though. You're right on the nose on that one. Alright, so here we go. They are finally all ready. They're going to unpause it here in just a second. So after a 3.5-minute pause, we're actually going to maybe start it. Maybe? Maybe? There it is. Okay. Play will resume in a second, guys. And here we go. The quarterfinals of the Tournament Mediocrity happening right freaking now. They're going to be let out of their cage here on the pedestal right now. They're going to run to their lands at extra fast movement speed. Nothing as far as curious buys by any of the laners or junglers. Pretty straightforward all around. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Carl chat box password was at
30 seconds until minions
I don't know. Alright, so in any case, we're gonna be summoning minions, no lane swap. Oh, I don't know actually. There might be a lane swap. It looks like Jinx and Annie are heading up to the top lane to lane swap. Shimmy and A is gonna be down here farming on the purple side for Rich Kids, so there is going to be a lane swap ADCs and top laners here.
Minions have spawned.
I'm not sure which laner that actually helps out more. Obviously, Mundo can farm from a distance if he hits his cleaver, which in this game will actually be a briefcase. But, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what will be happening here once we get to lanes. I expect Irelia to have kind of a tough time. At least for a little bit, if they hold the lane right. Press enter on the chat box. Okay. I pressed enter on the chat box. Nothing happened. Oh, sorry. There it is. Sorry. My bad. That chat box. I thought you meant the Twitch chat box. Okay, so here we go. So in any case, alright, he's already got that 1 CS for that briefcase. Oh, misses that one, but hits blind F2 in the face with that briefcase. That rhymed. I'm such good at rhyming. My grammar's a little off, though. Fizzo's taking a little bit of poke. I do like how Annie's going to be poking with her auto attack here. Her range is very large for an auto attack champion. Hey, don't facepalm me, guys. Come on now. Alright, so anyway. Missing some CS here is Super Narwhal. Gets that one, though. And misses that one, so he's He's a little off his CS game at the moment. Izzo's using that Irelia dash to get in. Oh, taking a lot of damage. Uh-oh, he's actually... Oh, he has to use Flash. So, whoa, a little jump on to Annie. Annie was ready with a stun there, and Fizzo almost paid for it with his life. That was actually really risky by him. Looked like Amumu was maybe up in that vicinity, but... Yeah, I don't know if they needed to use Exhaust on him there. And Jinx was a little too scared. Jinx wouldn't have turned around and ran at that point. She might have been able to get the kill. Fizzo's actually going to stay up in lane. No, Fizzo used teleport, I'm pretty sure. He's taken already a lot of damage. He's already half health down. So he's not going to have a fun time up here. He's got 4 potions. He stuns Super Narwhal, but he's still taking a lot of damage. You have to chug, chug, chug those potions. Meanwhile, Mundo having a much simpler time farming pretty safely under his turret with the briefcase toss. Keeping Irelia from getting the minions, are they, with those traps that Jinx can throw down. Super Narwhal doing a good job right there. Again, Mundo kept his lane safe from getting hit by the turret pretty well there. He's actually got 13 CS to Irelia's 8, so already pretty good job right there. Flame Chompers, thank you, Chastity. I always space out on some spells. Chastity, you are most MVP tonight. You are MVP tonight. Why did I say most? But anyway, Super Narwhal taking a little bit of damage here, but it's not going to be enough. Heavy Rainbow misses on the cone attack. And yeah, we're just going to keep this little dance going. Shimmy and A not being poked. Actually just kind of sitting down there pretty safely. He kind of enjoys his life down there. Oh boy. Fizzo, every time Fizzo steps forward, Annie makes him regret it. Looks like Amumu's heading up towards that. He's going to get his Gromp first, and he's going to head up towards that way. As far as the other lanes go, the ADCs are actually even in CS, despite the lane swap. Mid laners are insanely even as well. The only thing that's different is the 2 top laners. Miss CS there by Super Narwhal. Fizzo now is going to hit level 5. He's down to 1 potion. Here comes Amumu. Is a flash maybe going to happen here? Oh boy, she's got to be careful going in. Annie does have her stun up, so any engagement might be foiled by a good Incinerate or Fireball. Continuous poke going down by the auto attack from Annie. Fizzo has to continue to chug potions. His teleport's still down for another minute and a half. He doesn't have any Crystalline Flask charges left either, so any time he gets poked now, it's going to be quite a lot of damage. He's got to hit level 6 if she wants to get that vamp on the damage. Hitting minion waves. There's some damage coming through. Chompers don't quite get landed. If they would have timed that out a little bit better, that's probably a dead Irelia. Here we go. So Irelia did have to go back. They're going to get this turret. As she's back, she doesn't have her teleport up. Amumu's not in sight of the top lane. Meanwhile, Shimmy and A's also abandoning the bottom lane. So a turret's going to... Oh, okay. So they haven't got the turret yet. They're well on their way to getting it. Vanguard Please Carry has kind of froze this lane. So that's probably why Mundo's not down in the lane anymore. He's kind of roaming around, helping Gragas in the jungle, looks like. And there goes the turret. Jinx gets excited, it's going to run away. Probably going to swap lanes at this point as they got a 1,000 gold lead now. Oh, Annie almost gets caught there by Irelia. She's got to be careful. A little poke damage here by Chronic Soldier in the mid lane. Still though, the CS is actually pretty even. Graves actually now has a 12 CS gold or 12 CS lead on Jinx. Mundo is down about 2 to Irelia, so not a huge difference. Yeah, Mundo would have had a hard time. They let him CS for a while out there, or down the bottom lane. But now it's a little too late. They gotta make do with what they already have. Aurelia's coming mid, so if they can maybe catch Chronic Soldier before the Glacial Path gets finished. And here we go. Here comes a gank on the mid lane. Aurelia's gonna come. Oh boy, the Spirit Rush coming in. The Charm misses. The Claw goes this way. So he's going to be in a tough spot. Lord Abel actually has to get out of there. He was actually trying to kill Dragon. It didn't work out for him, so Dragon's about half health. And Lissandra's going to get out of there scot-free. Teleport is up for Mundo. He is level 6 now. So if anything happens, he can teleport down here pretty quickly. Yeah, there were some misses there. That was, if Ahri lands that charm, it's a completely different story in the mid lane on that gank, but sadly, for them, did not, and Lissandra's going to get away pretty easily without having to use flash or anything else of high cooldown. So, alright, still waiting on that first blood. We're working on 10 minutes into the game now. So not a lot of action, just been a lot of farming, which is a little bit of a break from what else has been happening in the tournament in the first round. A lot of kills, a lot of early disadvantages, so they're kind of playing it safe here. Outside of Aurelia in the top lane almost dying, and Lissandra getting ganked. Not a lot happening. Oh, Super Narwhal actually gets grabbed by a Thresh. Not a very good job dodging that grab. Chomper's going to land on both members of Vanguard Please Carry, but that's going to be all that's going to be happening. She does not have, Super Narwhal does not have to burn flash or heal. So all the summoners still up in the bottom lane, except for Annie, who used flash, I guess, a little bit earlier. So again, the game's going to continue going on without any kills, still waiting on that first blood. Over 10 minutes in the game. Looks like Gragas is going to go with the Cinderhawk enchantment on his jungle item. So he's going to be going tanky Gragas. Graves continues to have a little bit of a CS advantage over his counterpart Jinx. And then again, that is the tower difference right there. That 1,000 gold differential. And you would think, with Thresh having the Relic Shield, that they'd actually have a decent... He's not being able to proc it there. There he finally gets it to proc. But he does have 10 CS, so if all that CS was from the Relic Shield, that should be a lot of gold coming through for Graves. And let's actually check out the gold differences. As Jinx already has a BF Sword and a Pickaxe for her Infinity Edge, yeah, the gold difference actually is in favor of Jinx by 100 gold. So even with the Relic Shield, not making that big of a difference. Fizzo and Shimmy NA. Here's the first engagement of the match. Shimmy NA's kind of taking a lot of damage. He's running away from Fizzo, hitting him with a briefcase every now and then. Blah blah blah. And they're both gonna just probably run away from each other. Fizzo's gonna keep going back to farming. So nothing going on there. Oh, missed grab due to the minion walking in front of servers right there. And the dance continues in the bottom lane. Looks like Amumu's trying to maybe pull off a gank of some sort. He's in the tri-bush down here. He's going to walk away, though. They had that warded, so Lissandra also somewhat heading down here, but going to go back to lane against Ahri. Nice buckshot there to clear off that wave by Blind F2. Gragas continues to jungle. He is a little bit ahead of Amumu on CS, but not that big of a difference. Heavy Rainbow takes a hook. He's actually gonna get stunned. Here comes a lot of damage on his servers. There's the Jinx rocket. He flashes into it. First blood's gonna go to Jinx on Super Narwhal. Or Jinx on Super Narwhal. And here comes the teleport down from Aurelia. They're in a lot of trouble down here. But here comes a return teleport by Mundo. Fizzo's trying to kill. The heal coming through from Jinx. Super Narwhal gets 2 kills. And now Golems is in trouble, so it could be 3 kill spread. Mumu goes in on Lord Abel. He's actually, that's kind of not the best spot for him to be. Sabi's kind of belly flops in there. Takes a little damage, Lord Abel does, and he's going to walk away. But the first Dragon's also going to go over to Rich Kidz, it looks like, unless Lord Abel can maybe pull off some sort of steal, he's not going to. And there it is, 2-0. Big time stuff happening in the bottom lane there for Rich Kidz. So let's recap what we just saw. So a nice Thresh hooks Annie and decides to go in when he's at about 40% health, and it ends up costing him his life. Annie just bursts him down, basically, and Jinx cleaned it up. Irelia can't finish off the Annie due to the summoner heal and the exhaust that is used on Irelia. And Mundo coming down in clutch time to also help finish off the Irelia. So just better plays being made, and probably a weird initiation by servers in the bottom lane started that all off. Rich Kidz taking that 2-0 lead. They're now up 2,000 gold. They also got a dragon out of that exchange. Heavy Rainbow wardened up that River Brush, as the laning phase will continue. Now Jinx is down by roughly 25 CS in that lane, so even though she does have 2 kills, it's not that huge of a problem. Graves is not that far behind. He is behind, but he's not that far behind, as he's also an item or so away from finishing his Infinity Edge, but Super Narwhal has finished his Infinity Edge. So a little bit of a power spike here from Rich Kidz in this lane. Let's see if maybe they can capitalize on it. As far as other lanes go, both mid laners have finished their Abyssal Scepters. A lot of wards being bought. There's actually 3 pink wards that have been bought by Rich Kidz. Not so many bought by Thank God Please Carry, so the warding's definitely on par from Rich Kidz at this point. They really want that vision control. Killing this Scuttle Crab over by Baron Pit. Oh boy, okay, so here we go. Shimmy NA actually extends a little too far. He's gonna go down. Wow, that was maybe not the brightest idea by Shimmy NA. He's not that tanky yet. And instead of building magic resist, he was building armor, and he came up against 2 magic dealing champions, AP champions. So that he didn't last very long right there, as we all saw. Which team is which? Blue team is Thank God Please Carry, and Rich Kidz is the red/purple team, whichever one you have that setting on. Looks like they're trying to set up something here. There it is! Okay, so the explosive cast coming in, but Fizzo was ready right there. So they turn around that gank. Sabies has to run for his life right now, so it's now all of a sudden it's 2-2. Still down 1,000 gold. Thank God Please Carry is, but nice little comeback here. Counter ganking what they had set up. Is it possible to shrink down team names to fit within the spectator HUD? Hang on just a second. I'll have to do that for next game. I'm sorry. Whoopie, whoopa, shigget. I apologize. But in any case, looks like Grog is kind of heading down the bottom lane. He doesn't have the explosive cask up yet after that little engagement in the mid lane. Rainbow does have both Flash and Tibbers available. His stun is up. Chronic Soldier running over pink ward. He does see it. Gonna clear that out right away. Nice zap onto the cannon minion to clean that up for Jinx. So still about a 1,500 gold lead for Rich Kidz. Rich Kidz really don't need any gold lead. They're already rich, but you know, good for them. Lord Abel is now in the bottom lane, maybe trying to set something up. They do have that warded though, so they see him coming a mile away. He's actually really far away, so even if they do hook someone here, he has to run all the way over. Shimmy's taking a lot of damage from Irelia, but nothing's really gonna come out of that one. Mumu came out, they saw Mumu, so they know he's in the bottom lane. Okay, here we go. If they can land this hook, nice dodge by Super Narwhal. That might have been a death right there if he lands that hook. So very nice clutch dodge by Super Narwhal right there. And continue on with the laning phase. Sabi's clearing out his red buff. Dragon will be up in 50 seconds, roughly, so that'd probably be where the next team fight's going. As far as CS goes, both mid laners and ADCs are doing good on CS. Obviously, Graves leading the entire group with 171 CS at 18 minutes. That's really good. Let's see if he can keep it up as the game continues. He's going to go back and probably buy the Infinity Edge here. He hasn't gone back yet. He's going to need to buy it before this dragon fight, though. As far as teleports go, both top laners do have their teleports up after that skirmish down in the bottom lane. So, like I said, there might be a fight here in roughly 15 seconds down at the dragon pit. Rich Kid's got the first dragon, and here we go. He's going to run into Fizzo in this tri-bush. Jimmy's going to try and run for it. He does have to pop his ult. Fizzo's going to just run away once that ult's popped. So he's not going to have an ult for any engagement. It's going to make him not very tanky in case there is a fight that breaks out. Here we go. The dragon has been initiated by Rich Kidz. Vanguard Please Carry is in the general vicinity of this, though. Dragon's taking some damage. Nice zap onto Mumu. Mumu. He does get chompered. Here comes the teleport. Lord Abel's taking some damage. Dragon goes down. It goes to Vanguard Please Carry. A nice Ice Tomb onto Ahri. There's a lot of stuff happening. Fizzo's taking a lot of damage. Fizzo's going to finish off Ahri, actually. Chronic Soldier's trying to get to the backline. Sabi's coming in. He does smack Fizzo to get the kill, but it is already a 2 for 3 in favor of Vanguard Please Carry. The hook should have landed there, it looks like, but it does not. And so a 2 for 3, and they get Dragon. Very nice fight there for Vanguard Please Carry. Go back and check that out again. So here comes the Mumu ult. Mumu doesn't get very many people in his ult, only Sabi's, but Ahri kind of just shredding their backline here, actually just destroyed Super Narwhal, and then Graves kind of just got the finishing touches on there. So Golems, again, getting to the squishies in the backline, and kind of doing a lot of damage before Chronic Soldier could Ice Tomb Golems. So very well done to get to the backline there by the AP carry of Vanguard Please Carry, making things happen. So alright, all of a sudden, the gold lead has been shortened a little bit. It's still a small gold lead for Rich Kidz, as this game now goes over the 20-minute mark. A completed Infinity Edge for blind F2 on Graves. He's finally caught up to Jinx in that regard. Jinx getting Zeal, but Graves also follows up with his own Zeal. Lord Abel trying to grab with the bandage toss, not going to get there. Chronic Soldier can kite him for a little bit. Ahri was coming through there. A lot of damage going down on this bottom turret. Super Narwhal's going to run away. I believe there won't be very many huge team fights as this game continues. It looks like they're just going to fight over big objectives. Sabi's kind of trying to get Fizzo away from that thing forward, but not going to get there in time. Sandra, nope. Going to come down the bottom lane. Maybe a gank happening. No, just going to place a ward and walk away. Mumu, maybe. No, he's clearing out a ward. Shimei is going to take a little bit of poke damage here. Fizzo's going to have to walk away. Actually, Fizzo takes a lot of damage here. If he gets another briefcase thrown on him, misses the briefcase. Shimmy's going to stun him. Fizzo's going to walk away. Mundo has completed Sunfire Cape. Looks like he might. He's already got a little bit of magic resist item. He's probably going to go Spirit Visage after this. Mumu kind of posturing for a gank down the bottom lane. Nothing's coming of it, though. The wards are so good that any gank that's happening, they see it from a mile away in every lane, pretty much on both sides. I mean, the warding has been a little bit better for Rich Kidz, but overall, it's been great for both teams. Fizzo actually going in deep. If the charm lands, an Ice Tomb comes down for Chronic Soldier. He kind of had to land that, because if he got charmed, he would have definitely went down there to Ahri's burst. So the Ice Tomb is down for now, but he saves himself a kill. Or he saves his team from, giving them up another kill. Still only one turret has gone down so far in this game. This bottom turret, Vanguard Please Carry, has taken some damage, but it's not quite dead yet. say it looks like, actually I'm not sure if Chronic Soldier's gonna go Rabadon's or Zhonya's the next item. We'll have to just wait and see on that one. CS remains very close between both mid laners. Only a 2 CS difference. Mundo does have quite a actually large CS lead for a top lane. Over 25 CS actually is what it is right now. And meanwhile, there's about a 30 CS lead for Graves in the bottom lane for Vanguard Please Carry. Still about an 800 gold lead for Rich Kidz. Dragons are now 1-1. This looks like this game could go maybe the long haul. Oh boy, they see Lord Abel come. He flashes, bandage tosses, and misses. So that's a huge cooldown that's going to be off for their jungler. He went for it. You got to risk it to get that biscuit, but didn't pay off for his team right there at all. Server's maybe trying to land a hook here. He does land Heavy Rainbow. Guesses right. He takes a lot of damage in return, though. Zap misses. There's the Tibbers. Oh boy. Super Narwhal's not going to be able to do it. They do have the exhaust onto blind as fuck, or blind F2. I didn't mean to say that. Rocket comes in. He's going to take a lot of damage. Server's going to go down. He's going to get excited. Lord Abel's not going to get there in time. And there we go. 1-0 in the bottom lane. Going over to Annie. As that burst is there. And they used it to full capacity right there. Lissandra's now in the area, and so is Gragas. So they're definitely going to get this turret. And here we go. Bottom tier turret does go down, and it will. Right there. So, nice little play by Rich Kidz in the bottom lane. Shimiane covering in the mid lane for their missing Lissandra, so that no turrets go down. He does have his teleport up, as does Irelia. So if any pressure does, if anything does happen to the top tier turret, he has to get out of here now though. He's kind of baited it for a little bit. Oh, Chronic wanted to Ice Tomb there. He looked like he was animated for it, but didn't get in range to pull it off. Dragon's gonna be up in 4 seconds. I wonder if Rich Kidz knows this. 2 of their laners are already having to go back. Chronic Soldier better stay if they want to contest this dragon. He's actually going to go back. So this dragon is going to be pretty easy for the taking if Vanguard Please Carry can get there. But at the moment, it's Rich Kidz that have started it. Irelia's not, or not Irelia, Lissandra's not even close. There it is, the steal, actually Thresh hooks it. Lord Abel's going to go down as a result, but a dragon for a kill, that's pretty worth for Vanguard Please Carry. Let's check that out, actually. The Thresh, watch the hook, boom, right there. Thresh hook, 100 damage. Coming through for you. What can the Thresh hook do for you? But with their jungler down, that's a huge initiate that they don't have. And this mid-inner turret, or mid-outer turret's going to go down now. So now it's a 3,000 gold lead for Rich Kidz. And they're not going to get a turret in return. So very good job of protecting your turrets for Rich Kidz. 3 turrets to none. About over 3,000 gold lead. They did lose that dragon. That was the only bad thing to come out of that engagement. So here we go. Looks like they're trying to collapse on Chronic Soldier. He's going to claw away. He does get the claw off before Thresh can land the hook. He needs some help here on this turret, though. She does have Ice Tomb, but that turret's going to go down really fast. All 5 members are right there. They're rotating mid. Very nice pickup there by Vanguard Please Carry. Looks like they're moving with a purpose now. Heavy Rainbow's in trouble. Sabies has to get over here. He gets, oh boy, he has to flash over the wall. Thankfully he had flashed, otherwise for sure he goes down. Mundo's just running through. Graves also trying to do damage. Chronic Soldier has to Ice Tomb. Golems uses Cleanse to get out of it. Fizzo's going deep. Fizzo's taking a lot of damage. Oh boy, so they already get 1 kill on this on Lissandra, but there's a ton of damage from the Ahri Flash ultimate, stunning a ton of people. Graves in a lot of trouble. Jinx is getting excited. Golems, can he get away? Jinx continues to shoot with rockets. Fizzo's doing, oh, Fizzo runs back in for some reason. Jinx gets a triple kill right there. Oh my gosh, a lot of action. Let's rewind that, as that was a huge engagement in the jungle. So, as you see, they managed to get Lissandra, but this is what I want you to watch. So there's Lord Abel keeping him on this side, but Annie's going to flash stun so many people on their team. There it is, the Flash Tibbers on blind F2 and servers, and Jinx is just going to clean up back here. No one can even come close to getting to Jinx back here at the moment, as they were all going for Lissandra. And as you know, Fizzo kind of trying to go a little too ham, backfires on him completely. And while we were watching that, they do get the mid-inner turret, which is probably the thing that Vanguard Please Carry regrets most about that fight now. That is a huge turret to lose. It opens up so much vision for the opposing team in the jungle and movement. A lot of turrets down here for Rich Kidz. They actually have a line of pink wards in this river. Annie's trying to keep Thresh from killing this ward. He's gonna get it down though. So now let's see if Rich Kidz can capitalize on this advantage they have. Jinx has now finished a Quicksilver Sash. That'll come in really handy against either a Thresh grab or if a Moo were to land the Curse of the Sad Mummy or the Bandage Toss on her. Meanwhile, Mundo has gotten to the point in the game where he is very tanky. He's got 2 completed items. If he can get one more, Blind F2 is going to get this turret down. They're giving up this turret. They're not really working on anything in return, is Rich Kidz, so they give up a turret for free. But Crucible is also up for Annie, so Annie can also get someone out of a stun if necessary. So huge buys coming through for Rich Kidz with the gold that they just obtained from that last fight. Sandra actually went Rabadon's Death Cap instead of Zonya's Hourglass, and now they're powering down Baron. Vanguard Please Carry has no idea this is happening. They're going to get this, they're trying to. He's chasing off Mumu. Lord Abel cannot get to the Baron in time. He's going to try and maybe smite it, does not. Now Lord Abel's in a ton of trouble. He has to curse the Sad Mummy. Super Narwhal is going to be doing a lot of damage. Actually, Graves is now taking, Golems goes down. Graves takes a turret. But now Fizzo's in a lot of trouble. He gets zapped, gets explosive cast. They're split pushing. Vanguard Please Carry can only split push for so long though. Fizzo goes down. Double kill for Jinx. Jinx is going to continue this chase. They're going to be able to fast recall to the base. Do they have home guards? They're going to take this turret pretty easily. They're not going to get an inhibitor turret out of this, so they gave up Baron only to get the bottom inner tier turret. I severely doubt that's worth it for giving up Baron, and also 2 kills for just 1 turret. So Vanguard Please Carry is getting outplayed here in the mid to later game stages. That's going to be a huge spike in items they can buy. Jinx just goes back and flat buys Last Whisper. Locket of the Iron Solari comes out for Gragas. He is super tanky at this point. Chronic Soldier, I believe, will be able to buy a huge portion of his Zonya's Hourglass. Finishes the Seeker Arm Guards. Buys a couple potions as well. So they continue evasion control. Rich Kid's doing a fantastic job. He actually grabs Sabies here. Sabies might die. He got a little cocky here. If he dodges the charm, and actually Ari's not even going to try and charm him. Walks away pretty scot-free. Zap coming through. Actually hits Golems. That's a lot of damage coming through. Shimmy NA is trying to wrap around. Oh, misses that briefcase. So they know Dragon's going to come up in 5 seconds. This isn't that key of a Dragon to fight for at the moment. They should probably just be pushing with their Baron advantage, but they're kind of worried more about this Dragon than using their Baron buff. Looks like they're going to get it. There's 2 members of Vanguard Please Carry in the mid lane, Ahri and Thresh, and without Thresh there to steal Dragon, I don't know what they're hoping for. Here it comes, can they outsmite it? Here it comes. Oh, they do get it. Mumu just kind of gave it up. Lord Abel had died too many times by trying to dive and kill objectives, more than his liking, so it's not going to happen this time. He said, nah, we'll give it up. It's only 2 dragons, guys. Izzo taking some damage. They catch him out. Here comes the stun. She uses Tibbers on just 1 person. Lord Abel's not that tanky right now. He has to curse that mummy. It doesn't help him. There's the flash. Oh my gosh, the Flash Ice Tomb finishes off our Fizzo on Aurelia, and there's 2 more kills for Rich Kidz. They're going to go straight at this inhibitor turret, as Rich Kidz is just showing no mercy at this point in the game. They're going to get this inhibitor pretty easily. There's really not much else they can take at this moment. They're just going to be satisfied with that inhibitor. They can force down this turret down here. I Obviously, Shimmy NA is tanky enough to tank it for quite a few turret shots. Super Narwhal, once he gets in range, is going to be able to shred this thing on Jinx. And there it goes. All of their inner tier turrets are down in their lanes, and their gold lead is now rocketed to almost 8,000. So right now, if you are Vanguard, please carry. You gotta see that your jungler is not tanky enough to really initiate, since the other team's carries are so fed. Jinx literally just shredded the hell out of a Mumu. Didn't stand up a chance once that fight started. I mean, Fizzo's not very tanky either at this point, so there's no tanks that can stand up the burst damage that Rich Kidz has at this moment. So they just kind of have to hold off and wait for items to be built. And as you see that, I mean, Aurelia does have a frozen heart, but as a result of that, her damage has fallen off a little bit. Trinity Force does add some damage, but it's past the mid game now. So their tanks are more than capable to deal with just a Trinity Force Aurelia, and they have no one to dive their back line. So here we go, blue buff going over to Golems. At this point, I feel like maybe just wait for Baron if you are Rich Kidz to come back up, take it, and then just force down something. It's going to come up in exactly 2 minutes. Just continue to put pressure on lanes, maybe get a pick or two, and if you do get a pick, that's when you get another inhibitor turret, or maybe even finish the game. Zap comes through, misses on Golems. Putting down pink wards to clear out some of these deep red wards, but as a result, they're losing pink wards for, you know, better objectives later on down the road. 35 minutes in. 15 minutes ago, this game was only 1 or 2-2, I think. The action's exploded recently. Here we go. Looks like maybe something's gonna happen here. Everyone from each team is down here at this inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. The fight looks like it's about to break out. The Thresh grab is maybe the best thing they can hope for on Super Narwhal, but then he also has Quicksilver Sash, so that could be trouble. Taking a little damage, that turret is, from the Jinx rocket. Sabies does get grabbed. Not really going to go in on this, though. Flame Chomper's coming down. He takes a lot of damage, but Jinx returns a lot of damage with those rocket shots. And there goes the Super Mega Death Rocket. Does not connect on the person it needs to, assuming that would have been Thresh. Alright. Turret's going to continue to take some damage. This inhibitor turret's in. Jinx actually uses her Quicksilver Sash, but Lord Abel gets blown up. That's the curse to stab Mummy down for this team fight. The turret goes down. No one's hurting their backline. Fizzo's getting bursted. They do manage to get Graves. A turret has gone down on their Nexus, though, so the Super Minions continue to push. There's no rush right now for Rich Kidz to continue to push this right now. Shimmy NA does get grabbed by servers. That's not going to matter. Blind F2 does get Ice Tombed, but as a result, the Sandra goes down. But still, Jinx is up and doing damage. Servers getting grabbed, or grabbing Shimmy NA, but that's not going to matter. Heavy Rainbow might go down to minions here. He does. So, okay, maybe this is going to give Vanguard Please Carry a chance to win. Shimmy NA so close to death, he's going to escape there with just a sliver of health. So an inhibitor turret and inhibitor go down, and a Nexus turret go down in that engage. Oh, Shimmy, so close to dying right there. And another turret, their other inhibitor turret in the top lane goes down as well. So now it's a 9,000 gold lead. Baron is up. The only thing keeping them from winning this game right now is getting this Baron and winning the game. They don't even need Baron, to be honest. There's only one turret standing in their way of a victory. But might as well get it if it's up. And it is. Yeah, no ignites. See, we thought about that, or we talked about it before the game started. There was no ignites to deal with the Mundo healing power, and I mean they have Morellonomicon, but that's putting a lot of pressure on Ahri. And now Super Narwhal. Okay, so they got to be careful here. There's only 2 members of their team over here at Baron Pit, and you can't just run over there and take it. You got to have your team with you, Rich Kidz. Here we go. This is going to be where the fight either this is where Bang God Please Carry is going to try and come back in the game with a Baron steal and maybe a kill or two, or this is where their winner's bracket ends. Super Narwhal gets grabbed. Lord Abel just dies so quickly, though. Golems gets Ice Tombed. There's the Zonias from Chronic Soldier. Baron's still up. They're fighting Baron back there. They turn around, actually decide to turn around and go back on Baron. Jimmy's just running through all these stuns. Super Mega Death Rocket just barely misses. Jimmy's going to continue to run in there. Zap misses. Server's not going to get away, though, because that briefcase slows so much. There's the... Oh, my gosh. Just the slows are too much. Shimmy and A just tanks too much damage, doesn't get stopped. Vizzo's going to try and run around and stall their push, but that's not going to last for very long. It is now a 10,000 gold lead. There's only an inhibitor and a Nexus turret standing in their way. From moving on to the semifinals is Rich Kidz. And now there's only a Nexus turret. There's a Nexus turret and 3 members. Blind F2 gets stunned. He's going to go down. Chronic Soldier picks up the kill there. Sabies might go down. The Nexus is going down. So much damage coming through. This could be it. The semifinals are so close. And there it is. Rich Kidz will move on to the semifinals of the 3rd Tournament of Mediocrity.